Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is another thrilling edition of Beer 30, and what I'm going to talk about is how this beer virus is impacting my life. Okay, and what it is as some of you know, I have another home base in Capitan, New Mexico. I have a home base in Kingsland, Texas, that has a full RV hookup. I live in an RV, I full-time RV. This is an RV. It's a Casita 17-footer, 84 square feet inside. I've been doing this a long time, 25 years or more, and I was so proud of myself that I got this second home base out in Capitan. So in the Texas summers, the heat, I would escape and go to Capitan at elevation 6,500 feet and be very comfortable for the entire summer. Well, so I got the electric scheduled and the pole is in and everything's ready to go, except for one thing. It's always except for that one thing. And so I'll tell you how this is impacting me, but it's impacting others too. I'm sure the same way or similar. To get the electricity turned on, a state inspector has to go out to my lot in Capitan with the electrician and inspect the installation that was done by the electrician that I've already paid. Then that paperwork has to be sent to Otero Electric, which is the co-op that handles Capitan, New Mexico, and then they will put the power deal in there. However, the governor of New Mexico has banned all non-essential travel. So does that include state inspectors going to inspect telephone poles, power poles? It probably does. It probably does. And so I'm not sure about the electrical right now. I've contacted the electrician. I've contacted Otero Electric. And somewhere in limbo is this form that they need at Otero Electric to turn the power on from the state inspector. Where it is, I don't know. I've contacted the electrician, haven't heard back. Then we get to the next thing, water, sewer, and trash. Not a problem, right? Because I did everything last summer before I left Capitan, went in and filled out all the forms, gave them a copy of the deed to prove ownership and all the things that you have to do to get through the bureaucracy to get it set up. So I was planning on leaving here on April the 1st and arriving in Capitan, New Mexico. I was going to leave here on March the 31st and arrive in Capitan on April the 2nd, and that way I'd go in and I'd have the electric supposedly already on, and then Friday I would go to the water department and get the water turned on Friday. Guess what? They only work 4 days a week, and one of them ain't Friday. That's not all. The plot thickens. So I said, okay, because I called the water department and talked to the girl there. And very nice. They're all nice people, and everybody's just doing their job. They're not allowing anyone to come in to the offices. Okay, the offices are closed. It's like everything. Even in Texas, we got the same thing. So I said, well, look, I don't need to come in, but I would like to get the water turned on. Can we do it on Thursday? Yeah. We can do it on Thursday. Well, let's do it. Can I pay you with a credit card? No, we don't take credit cards. You hear me? Okay. So you got to send them a check in the mail. If I send a check tomorrow, they've already picked up today in Texas where I am. So if I send a check in the mail tomorrow, and they're closed on Thursdays, remember that? So it'll probably get there in their P.O. box on Friday, and then they'll pick it up maybe on Monday, and we might be good to go on that, except for one thing. If they close the borders into New Mexico, then I've just spent, it's $240 to get everything, the water, sewer, and trash set up. $240. And then, once that's done, they bill you $74 a month for those three services, okay? So if I successfully get the check to them and they do get the water and the sewer done, and I can't get there. What if they close the borders? I mean, the governor there is talking about shutting down the border of New Mexico to outside traffic other than, what they call non-essential. Whatever that is, I don't know. And I probably would come under that classification. I might be able to bluff my way through by saying I've got a property here and all that stuff, but they're trying to keep vacationers out, and I have a feeling that I would probably be included in that net. But it could be. Do I want to run the chance of sending them $240 plus receiving a $74 or $5 bill, unless I go to option 3, which is disconnect, which costs you $75 to disconnect. So I'd be out $300 and something dollars, and I would have nothing. Okay, and then to reconnect, it's $100 plus a $40 administrative fee or something like that. So the dilemma is, what should I do? What should I do? Because I've already gone in, and I thought, well, I'll run out to Colorado City or Lake Colorado City State Park, whatever it's called. In Texas, that's about 4 or 5 hours from where I live, and then from there I can drive into Capitan in about the same length of time. And but I thought, well, I'll just go out there on Sunday and stay Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then drive into Capitan on Thursday. However, it may not work out that way. And I've got this envelope right here with my check in it, and I'm thinking, do I really want to mail that? You know what I mean? Why not just wait till all of this kind of filters down and do something else? So I might do that. I will receive, if they get the electric turned on at Otero, a $30 a month bill for having the service available. Even though I can't get there to take advantage of it, they don't care. You're paying the $30, because if you disconnect there, the reconnect fee you don't want to pay. So what can I tell you? This is a good beer 30 for me. I'm glad I went through this exercise, because I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get all this stuff done in advance, be proactive. Oh, here's another one. Let me have a swallow before I tell you this one. This is a good one. It's like jet fuel. Anyway, I wanted to put my Rise broadband service on suspension. They call it suspension. I wanted to suspend it for the months that I was going to be out in New Mexico, like 6 months. Well, you call their number, and because of the thing that's going on, you're put on hold. The first time I was on hold was about 45 minutes. Then I got a guy in technical support, and he said, well, that's wonderful what you want to do, but I can't do it. You have to talk to somebody in sales. I said, okay. So I go back on hold for another 25 minutes. Then I get somebody in sales, and I tell them what I want to do. I want to put my service on suspension while I'm traveling. And great. I said, well, good. Can you set it up for Monday? Monday? No, we have to do it now. I said, well, I don't want to do it now. Well, we can't do a later date. I said, well, why not? I mean, we got computers that can do stuff like that now, don't we? Well, I can't do it. The person says, well, I can't do it. I said, well, okay, who can? And so they said, well, you have to talk to Solutions. So, okay, I'll be glad to talk to them. On hold again, 20 minutes. So, there's a lot of time going on here, okay? So finally, I get a person in Solutions, and I tell them what I want to do. I want to put the Rise broadband service on suspension or vacation or whatever they call it for a few months, and then when I get back, I'll call them and restart the service. Fine. Cost you $9.95. Since you have auto pay, it costs you $9.95 a month, and because you just paid for a month, you've got some unused service credits, and we'll apply that. And I said, oh, that's great, and we'll send you an email to confirm that. Great. Conversation ended 2 hours ago. No email confirmation. You got me? But having said all of that, is there anything else I can think of? I'm not sure what all non-essential traffic means, but apparently it means police and EMS and fire trucks can run up and down the highway and you can't. Or you better be going somewhere damn important. And oh, here's something else. The final note in this video that I'll give you, and this is more a Beer 30 venting than it is anything else. Oh, that's very, beer is good for you. I guarantee you. If you don't drink beer, no, I'm not encouraging you. You might want to consider it because it's good. I enjoy the hell out of it. Let me say that. Well, anyway, then I was looking at my news thing that I've got set up on Google, and I get this news story from New Mexico, Ruidoso, New Mexico, which is about 18 miles from Capitan. It could be in Lincoln County also, and it may be. But having said that, they don't want people coming there for the summer. They are not encouraging the people that from Texas that just take that place over in the summer. They're telling them don't come. Delay, or you're not welcome. Basically, you're not welcome. You're welcome in other times, but right now you're not welcome at all. We just seen you didn't come up, and it was a long story. And I thought, there's a good chance that they're going to shut down their borders to me, which is non-essential. And is that okay with me? Yeah, I don't care. I just wish they'd go ahead and do it so I can make a decision. Don't linger. You know what I mean? Cut the guy's head off. You know what I mean? Don't just sit there sawing on it. So having said that, what else can I say? Anyway, that's about it, guys. But this thing is very disruptive, and I hope, and I've said this today, right after I turned myself in to the police department for not observing the 6-foot distance rule, I voluntarily turned myself in because I was close to someone as I was walking this morning. I actually was in probably 4 feet, and I felt really guilty about it, so I called the sheriff's department and turned myself in, and they said it was, well, don't worry about it, it's only a felony, and so you'll only be about 40 years in pen, and that's good or bad. But having said that, I was on the line of train of thought, and I forgot it with my silliness. But having said that, what else? Yeah, I hope, here's where I was going, I hope that a year from now, or whenever this ends, that we are able to look back on this event and this total disruption of the whole world and say, yeah, they were right. Who's they? The same they that's been there for 1,000,000 years? Those people that you never see in the background that are making decisions that affect your life. But I hope that we look back and say, yeah, we had some wise leadership. We're very proud that they did what they did, even though it was totally disruptive. People were totally miserable and didn't know what to do, but it was the right thing to do. I hope that's what happens. What do I think is going to happen? Like some of the other things that have happened in my life, in my 74-year history, like the Vietnam War, you look back and you go, did we really need to be there? Answer, shit, no. Even the leaders, now, people admitted that for years. Well, let's see, we only lost like 55,000 men, 500,000 men were there. I don't know. Is that, think about that. So I hope that we don't look at this a year or two from now and say, another, quote, viral Vietnam, so to speak. You think? I hope not. 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 But anyway, guys, just a little venting here because the electric deal in New Mexico is the water is do I want to mail this envelope right now? I'm not fired up about it. I'll be quite frank with you. No. I've got it addressed. I got the right amount. And no, I think that letter's going to be on hold. Because what I think I'll do, I'll wait till I arrive there. I can dry camp for a few days, and I can go drop a check in their drop box because that's how they pay. They have a little box there you push your money through, even though I can't get in there, and I can prepay that way. So I believe we're going to hang on to this and do that with that. As far as the electric, I don't know. As far as crossing the border, I don't know. But what I've decided really now is I'm going to continue to enjoy my life the best I can because I ain't got a hell of a lot of it left, you know. And so what I'm going to do now is I will head to Colorado City, Lake Colorado, City State Park in Texas, which is 4 or 5 hour drive, and I'll be there like Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, 4 nights, and during that time I will make plans. I mean, either I'll go from there to other Texas state parks if they're still open, which they better be. I hope they are. If they're not, then I will make plans accordingly. I will adapt. And I could, the other option I could just drive back home, or to this home base, and nothing's changed other than I got to get Rise brought. All you got to do is call them on the phone, and they just turn it back on. So that's not a problem. But I got the water schedule to be turned off on Monday because when I get ready to travel from having a home base, I've got to forward my mail from 2 locations, the P.O. box and my home address, to, in this case, Capitan, New Mexico. I've already done the home address, so and you got to forward it for a minimum of 15 days, so that's already screwed. So I got 15 days of mail that's going to go to Capitan, and I can't go to the post office, and anyway, nothing. It'll all work out. If I lose some mail, I just do, or I'll call them and tell them to forward it back, or I'll do a forwarding back, whatever. And is this a good video? Yeah, hell yeah, it is. For me, it's good therapy. But the weather's nice. I was sitting out on the patio, and I thought, well, why don't you do this outside? And the reason I didn't do it outside, it's a kind of gray skies, and it looked kind of dim in the video. But what else can I say, guys? This video's gone on long enough. And but anyway, all I can say is, all I can say is, give me a railroad tie and let me chew on it. That's it. But anyway, having said that, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. Use the Amazon link. Yeah, better use it now because if I'm going to send stuff like this, I can't do that long. Drink plenty of water. 4 quarts and 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. Good for you. Help you avoid. Take deep breaths. Have I been breathing deep? Yeah, I about blew myself up like a balloon, but take deep breaths. That lowers stress, you know what I mean? And then what else? Exercise your body. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Live your life one moment or one day at a time. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just glad I started this a little earlier because had I not, I might have had a lot of fun. It would have been fun, I think. Anyway, guys, adios, bye-bye.